the backstory with Omobola Stephen. Now, on the backstory, we want to focus on what has not worked and what will make it work, with experts and professionals who share disruptive mindset conversation on topics on the government and politics. It gives me great pleasure to have Dr. Sarah Liew on the show, who is the politician running for the office of the California U.S. state government. Welcome, Dr. Sarah Liew.
Oh, welcome. Also, thank you so much. Invite your show. I am very pleasure to on your show. Yeah.
All right, it's a pleasure having you once again. Now, given all the economic, social, and environmental uncertainty nationwide, now it makes sense that inflation, abortion, and climatic change are all top of the minds of Americans. Now, these are some of the impertinent issues that are rising, but for the audience of the backstory with Omobola Stephen, now we want to focus on infrastructural deficit and the way forward. These are some of the issues we'll be talking on the backstory with Omobola Stephen. Now, Dr. Sarah Liew, what is the problem with the infrastructure of the United States of America now?
The infrastructure is a so important issue in in the politics side in the United States. So the infra is include many field of transportations and training, as well as train, as well as many other things. People only think about bridge and only think about transportation, but there is water infrastructure, as well as internet, as well as school infrastructure, as well as airport and the seaport. Those all we have problems. Example like bridge had a so outdated 70 and 90 years old. They build still we need to repair. As well as the school infra is poor conditions now. That's why people is less late or go to the good college, and they cannot get the best jobs, good pay jobs. As well as the internet is interrupted many ways. Is business corrupted those times. Many times, many hours people stay in the freeways. It also take impacted business time is less than stay because they stay at the cars. So it make effective every day. So the most important is the corruption of water infra, because people like drink lead water. So pipe every 2 minutes pipe is broken. So this is not only America, it's all over, the maybe world. There has infra problems as we have it. Yeah.
Now, you mentioned school, and I think that's also something we need to talk about on this show. Now, Dr. Sarah, is education reform, is it possible in America? Now, I'd like to talk about some of the important priorities that we need to start focusing on.
Oh, because the infra is one of the schools. They have a good environment to educations, more like good structure building, more like good water and more like good teachers, more good, computer. All those include infra, education reforms. And education, that's why it's very, very strong, education reforms. We need every level, but United States is very richest company, richest company. They have provided those infra to PPP program and government program that are able to build those infra. But still, we need to improve. Still, we need to quality educations. We need a quality environment reform to more like better material to providing, and more teachers educations, and more like the government needed to support those infra to future next generations. Yeah.
Doctor, why is it important to solve infrastructure problems?
The infra is, because the infra is so important, every daily life we drink water. If you think your children, yourself drink water, need water is really, many disease, many, their quality life is, end because of, every people's, contamination or the, toxins, the problem is, example, we have nearby our living house, have a problem. Even just one day we have a plumbing problem. We have a quality life is, interrupted. But every day, people they drink water for lead or contamination is really effective with themselves and then their life to quality. Example, even also, like there is a society more like black, the society, they have more like does not repair for those area. So we need more support those black society to even, put more infra, those every society is so important to we needed to support those. So we need quality, equal society, have a quality support from government. So that is very important. Second of all, why very important? Because transportation system, without transportation system, we cannot learning business. Example, we have Amazon, we have many good product service, we are shopping, but they don't have a transportation system good. We delay, I have, experience myself. In the morning, I go to Santa Monica Beach and come back to my office in Beverly. Take sometimes 1 hour. Normal hours, we just take 20 minutes. So, many people, they stay more than like 20 and 30 hours, extra hours because of those transportations. Infra is, that's why infra is very important, because our economic growth, everything is through those people's, needed to working hours. They stay at the car because of congestion, because of traffic, as well as one area they have congestion. One area traffic, like bridge, example, bridge is broken in all the route of the, transportation would stop all the business stuff. So that's why infra is so important. And then as well as many people, they are spending money for almost $13 billion money for repair their car because of infra problems in the road, as well as infra problem in, their transportation. So if we have a good infra, we can save a lot of money for ourselves, repair those cars because of those infra problems. So we have finally, we have a more like quality life and then safety, secure. Infra is safety and secure, because even we don't know if we not like have a good infra system structure in United States or any country, we have all safety matter, risk, we have always risk content. So that's why we need really for economic growth and the more business learning smoothly, as well as quality life. We need really infra. If you learning to business, like example, even 1 hour, you don't have internet, and then as well as just so many people, they are traveling to go to the business places. Now, we have many airport system. If infra is not successful, they buy, the ticket, and then million ticket is lost. That is lots of money lost for, the industry, airport, they also needed the infra. So that's why it's, we need more like dams, more like to supply everyday's quality waters, is quality structure of a bridge and railroad, and it's really important to infra to our life. Without those good infra, we cannot have a real quality life here. That's why very important here.
Absolutely, it's very important. Now, we also have infrastructure deficit in my own country, Nigeria. Now, this is a very important issue that we also need to be talking about. And now we're also addressing in my own country. Now, moving forward, what is President Joe Biden's infrastructure plan? What are your thoughts on these and what's the way forward?
Not only Joe Biden, President Joe Biden, every president, even, President Obama, President Donald Trump, now is President Biden administration, they are always talk about infra is very important too. Especially today, I'm going to talk about Joe Biden infra plan is he announced on the meeting $2.3 trillion plans 10 years, which is 1 year's 2.3 millions. But our infra project is there is a few plan is good, but the things is few things we can check out because of those $2.3 trillion where coming and where we can spending is really enough money to, I don't think so there is enough money because we need like 621 billion transportation infra and then 115 billions repair road bridge. Only those two parts we are spending those money yearly, 2.3 million is not enough to cover all the infra plan, even repair as well as even, construction new project, as well as second things, because of those money where they're coming, because President Joe Biden planned to raising tax, corporation tax, that is also a very big burden to people up to 2.9%, as well as some of business corporation 3.4%, almost 3.5%. They increase those corporation tax because of corporation tax is expensive to the business owners, big corporations. If they increase up to 3.4%, it is a really big burden to the, those corporations because of those corporations, they creation jobs, many people, employees depend on their life in there, but we have to think about how, burden of corporation, maybe they get closed their business, how many corporation will close, how many job was lost. So as well as third things we needed to, problem is, political party, older political party now is their infra that we call like government, federal government investment infra program is not really a big percentage because most infra project is from city and Los Angeles. Example, in Los Angeles city and state, they have almost 75% budget and put the infra, and only 25% infra from federal. Now it's a go of like almost 38%, but most used to be 24%. And even 32%, 38%, 72% is from city and local state, not federal. So those money is infra is depend on not federal money, and then as well as every infra we have a plan. Not even only Joe Biden, President Joe Biden. Every infra is from Congress. They are, they have a plan and they have the, Congress have to approve. Now we have a civil disagreement between Democrat and Republican, two big party too, because they have focused. One Democrat, they want to focus on transportation infra. One another Republican repair or load as well as U project. So they have a civil disagreement as well as the problem is Donald President Donald Trump had a big infrastructure plan, but only 4 years, and then later on Biden administration coming, they have another infra project, because this infra project take 5 and 10 years to repair those, but the administration change really plan there, but really we are not sure to those infra is really come true in our life, better life to come true, because so the most important welcoming money, because without tax increase, we need to get those done. So my opinion of, because of getting tax, the money is coming from our citizens who pay tax. It's a burden to us, individual as well as. So I am recommend. So there's a problem is increased tax. It's also, as well as those are all the infra. Another problem is, people, they think road is driving free, water is free, but this is not really free. We pay every moment we driving, load, we put the gas, we pay full, the highway trust fund that bring to those infra project, which is, we put in the gasoline, diesels, we pay those full tax, each per gallon, 18.4 cents, we pay for full tax, those, as well as, diesels, we have 24.4 cents each per gallon. So people think about, they stay and, driving load, everything, water, everything, they think, public, those, infra is free, but it's not really free. Everything is behind. There is there's a tax problem, adding taxes. So that's why it's that's why because of we there is a that's kind of my view is that, yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Sarah Liew, for your incredible insight on today's show. Now, Doctor, you running for the office of the California U.S. Senator. Now, we've been talking about infrastructural deficits in the U.S. My question for you is that what are the solutions for the infrastructural deficit in the U.S.?
Yeah, I already mentioned many problems. So, to example, is Joe Biden infrastructure. And because we're coming to fund it, right? We can plan all the infra problem, we know problems. So how we can solve those solutions? So my recommendation is first, because our political system needed to reforms, because even we have a big infra problems, still is we cannot see many road repairs, many people die. Many, traffic is slow there. Still, infra is not fixed because it's our political system that is unable to feasible to employment organizations. Example is take to Congress, make law, and then those any policy they make, they should be technically collaterals. Technically collaterals means they have the problems technically. They need to approach where is problem coming, how to do it, they solve it. That is most important. Policy maker, they need educated that, and then as well, even we have technical collaterals to all the infra, each area, school and then bridge and road and the airport, the internet, and railroad. All the technically we need the problem identity, find the technically collectors, and then as well as the second of all, we need politically supportable. So many we infra programs we have it, but many issues, many policies does not really accomplish during those policy maker put in those plans because of those bipartisan, the support needed to, but there is a shortage of bipartisan, those plan, which is that one party of Democrats say yes and the Republicans say no, and then the Republicans say yes and then the Democrats say no. So, political support is so important to those bipartisan, but now we are very shortage those bipartisan voices. So we needed to Congress had a, understand those problem in American infra, how people struggle every day. If, for example, people our children drink lead, waters, parents, paying for every day. Same, we have to really understand those, Congress, how serious those infra and have also bipartisan decision as soon as possible. The other things, we needed to organization employment. So every policy maker, they made a policy, even they made a policy that is not employable organizations, which is, they made a policy, but organization which is business and landlord company and bridge construction company, or the who, who are related to the PPP as well as related to business in infra, they cannot employable to in their business to fix those problems. So we have to make it easy law, less regulation to them to can able to employ. But many policy makers, they are, they are those three things technically, approach those problem as well as not supportable those political, bipartisan as well as not employable policy is not really exercising our life to change it. So that is the first I would recommend to. And second of all, we needed to, I mentioned every infra project, we have a tax behind, so we pay more tax. Even we pay more tax, we did not see that open infra project in the road and the airport everywhere. We have a problem. Even we have COVID-19, little less traffic, but still, we needed to really, without increase those tax, how we can solve those problems. So my recommendation, because of I'm an immigration consultant, I'm a CEO of Global Investment Immigration. I have a great one myself policy I can recommend as a U.S. Senate candidate. So what we have E2, EB5 visa programs. People invest our E2, EB5 program that they need to bring $80,000 or $1.50,000 to get the green card, but they only, in individual, direct business, or, they only invest to regional center program, which is the construction company or individual company. They have, their own infra, their own benefit, not public benefit. They got money from the foreign country, and then they build. But my infra policy, I want to sell to, because of, why only those foreign money to invest, not only E2 EB5 project, EB5 project to big money to only not, private back to private sector, those, business supporting. Why don't we can those money put in our infra programs, they can get the green card, or they can have a even PPP program, as well as together is immigration program. We can create jobs through other country money, and then as well as through other country peoples. With the EP5, we have creation 10 jobs, so we can create jobs more. That is my opinion too. I can suggestion. And the other things, my policy too, I want a suggestion. I studied at Harvard Kennedy School, government, courses of policymaker and leadership of, public policy. 2 years I studied, already, we are dealing many cases as well as infra. So my recommendation to, we have old those bridge we need to fix, but we have even $2.3 trillion. We even shortage to put in all those money to why don't we can sell those bridges to the individual PPP, private project develop company. They can buy those old bridges and then, they can fix that and they can using themselves as well as they can let the other people use under their rule. Then we can not spending those old bridges, to fix it because those in the PPP project they do. Why don't we can build a good U system because our old example in California and Los Angeles, even North California, we have even many previous bridge is outdated like 1970. We have so many risks, but we don't have enough enough budget for that. So that's why we can sell those bridges to fix individual personal company. They can fix that. They can using them, and then we can build a U infrastructure, U freeways, U system, update one. So that's my three top infra suggestion to as a candidate U.S. Senator. Yeah.
Thank you once again, Dr. Sarah Liew, for your thoughts on today's show. I can only wish you best of luck in your political ambition as a California U.S. Senator. Dr. Sarah, any projects, interesting projects in the pipeline you'd like to share with the audience of the Backstory with Omobola Stephen? And also, how can we get to know more about you?
Oh, thank you so much, inviting me again that, to share all the infra issues on your audience. Thank you for your contribution for, through the show. And my website address is www.sarahsenator.org. You can see more on my platform issues, as well as about my, profiles there and many videos, interviews. So I welcome to invite you all to visit my website. Thank you so much. Yeah.
All right. Now, if you'd like to get to access the missed episodes of the Backstory with Omobola Stephen, you can do so on any cross-promotion platforms or any podcast distribution platforms you bump into online and do have an amazing time. Perhaps you'd like to be a guest on the Backstory with Omobola Stephen, sharing disruptive mindset conversations on topics on the government or politics, then you can mail me at omobolastv.outlook.com or bluebuttoncoms@gmail.com. I'll be looking forward to your mail. Come on, we can have a great show together and be the change that the world is waiting for. I need you to stay safe and all my love. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye now.
Bye.